Hello, everyone. Welcome to Civic Platform. This is your host, Zuhair Al-Musri. Today's topic, it's very excited and it has like many people suffer from this topic for long time. Immigration laws and immigrants' legal challenges. All these questions, we will have a brief and good answers from Dr. Mohammed Abrar, barrister in Winnipeg. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, doctor?
Thank you. So nice of you, sir. Walaikum assalam. Yes, I'm Dr. Mohammed Abrar. I'm running an immigration law firm, Dr. A&M Canadian Immigration Law Firm in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. So if you have any concern or anything, you can please contact me. Yes, please carry on.
Yeah, for sure. So let's begin. My first question is, what kind of immigrations and or refugees application available for people to come and to immigrant to Canada?
Okay, then we'll talk about what are the ways to come in Canada. There are three different ways which people can apply refugee status, or as you can say or asylum. First one, the people who is already in Canada. Second one is enter Canada by airport. You can enter Canada by airport and there is a different procedure. And third one in USA, and they will cross border from USA towards the Canada. So these are that is by, of course, by road or whatever the way is that is the three ways. Then you can come in Canada and you can apply for a refugee status. And there are some program as well available in Canada that even you are outside of Canada, you can apply while staying in your country or another country, you can apply while staying there the refugee status in Canada.
So can you give me more information about the names of these programs, how it looks like?
Actually, the name of that, there's not particular names. You can say one is if you have 5 people in Canada, they can sponsor anyone. There is a long detail of that. There's 5 people, their status, and there's some. We need to determine their eligibility, and there is a different way of that you can apply. But main thing is that when they are applying, they need to check that with regard to convention refugee, they will see that the definition one will see that is a refugee are people who are living outside their national country and they cannot be protected within their country. And there are different bases of fear of prosecution. There is a fear of prosecution of these people, and then based on these fears are race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or their membership in a particular social groups. So these kind of the ethnic group and these people, they can apply for they need to prove that they have some their threat on their life and such kind of things. Then they can apply for a refugee. But the good thing is that with regard to refugee, my understanding is that the statistic analysis available on that in website. The beauty of our law firm is that we are doing statistic analysis on each and categories. So we can know that what is the percentage of at any category. Which my understanding, which before Corona, when I will statistic all these figures, the acceptance ratio of refugee in Canada is 95%. Also, I'm not taking the refugee cases. I'm an immigration lawyer. I'm take all the other cases, but because there is particular, you have specialization. My specialization in another field of all other field of immigration except refugee. But the good thing is that there is a very good ratio, percentage of people, their case are accepted. But one thing is, remember, I will want to say that whenever somebody arrived in Canada through border or any way, they need to check two things. Every immigrant, they need to clear these two things. First one is their criminal record. If they have any criminal record, security check, if there is any, sorry for that, any hanky-panky, they will not allow to be any kind of status in Canada, even the refugee as well. Second one is that, nowadays is any such kind of disease that is a danger for public at large. For example, corona is nowadays very active. So medical reason is also for that. So everyone who is coming in Canada, they have to pass these two tests. Security, and second one is this one. After that, they need to prove that about their life and these things, and then anybody can apply for refugee asylum here in Canada. So they are always welcome to the refugees.
Mm-hmm. So many of people, when they are applicant and they arrive to Canada, they said it takes from them too long a process. Why my application it stay in the home country embassy for 2, sometimes 3 years? Why this process it takes that long?
There's a reason is that it's a lot of pressure on, of course, in government. There is a lot of people every day. The people focus is nowadays in Canada because what my understanding is that the percentage of acceptance in Canada very good. His economy is very good. They are very welcome for the refugees. Their policies are very good. So everybody want to apply here for these with regard to process. When there is a more applicant, of course, there is a burden of the system. So it will take time. So second thing is that when, of course, now due to the corona, there is manpower is not as good as before the corona regime. So there's any kind of, wherever you go in all over the world, in USA, Canada, Australia, there is a long queues in every kind of activities. Mm-hmm. So same thing in refugee cases, that they are taking too much time. But nowadays they are working very well, and they are trying to resolve the issue within 6 months. Mm-hmm. So they are trying to be a fast track now. So hopefully in the near future, things should be more better.
Mm-hmm. There are some some ideas from immigrants. Then, since when they arrive to Canada, they don't feel that the Canadian laws protect them. Is that something fact, or that's just what they feel? Like the Canadian laws, because if they face any problem, they don't know where to go. So if that's accurate, or what the laws point of view?
When we'll talk about the laws, to be honest, I will say Canadian laws are very friendly. Mm-hmm. They are very friendly with regard to refugees, because when I was in the UK, and we will, for example, compare with the UK to Canada, a couple of my friends over there, they applied refugee cases over there, and they took the 10 years over there to be get any status. But in Canada, there's not at all, not such kind of situation is that. Same in USA. The people are waiting years to years. But when we talk about the Canadian system, they are very welcome to very, very good system for the refugees and for the immigrants. But I don't know why the people are, and laws, they are all very helping laws for, and with regard to all over the world, the discrimination and all other laws are they are very friendly. People are very friendly. Laws are very friendly with regard to refugee. They welcome the people. They are working here. For example, there's a lot of Syrian. They came here. The people are very warm welcome to them. Now, Ukrainian, the government announced that one. There's only Canada who are doing these these kind of steps for welcome all over the from world to welcome the refugees. And I really appreciate the government with regard to that.
There is some specific laws the immigrants they should know about it before they arrive, and it looks different than their home country, and you advise them you have to know this and this and this before you arrive to Canada.
When you will arrive, whenever you will go to any other country, there is an understanding is that, for example, when we talk about traffic laws and these other kind of laws, marriage laws and these different countries had different conflict of laws with each other.
Mhm.
For example, I will give example. For example, in couple of countries, driving from left to right hand, that is different over there. In some countries, especially in some Muslim countries, you can marry more than one. But when we talk about in Canada, there is just one marriage at a time allowed. So
Mhm.
when there is a difference between, for example, one country from one Canadian domestic law with any other international country, so when the client will come here, which law will prevail? Of course, the Canadian law will prevail. In Canada, you can only have one wife. There is no second marriage available. So when you will want to come, you need to know about these things, what laws in your country and what laws in Canada. If
Mhm.
they, for example, with regard to marriage, with regard to uh, uh, other thing, traffic laws, and things are very good here in a
Mhm.
situation with regard to environment is very friendly. People
Means
are very friendly.
also in the workplace.
And when we will talk about the when are the what it means, you are asking about the what are the problem they are facing when they move here.
Yeah.
There is a lot of problems, to be honest. First of all, the main problem is for the guy who came here for with regard to their qualification. First, they need to accredit their qualification if they want to go jump in your the particular fields. What For that reason, what we are doing, we have we make up a website or particular from Asian countries. We are working on it that before coming, we are working that. If somebody doctor want to come here, what is the procedure to be a doctor here in Canada? If
Mhm.
some lawyer want to become here in Canada, what is the procedure? What if the chartered accountant and a CA he want to come in Canada, CPA, how we will convert his degree to CPA? We are these videos are coming in our website, so these were very helpful for newcomers, and then volunteer efforts just for volunteer so they can settle down here, because the main problem is that the people don't know how they will jump into their professions. So
Mhm.
they don't know about, because reason is Canada is not small country. Canada is a huge country, number second in the world. The problem is that there is 30 countries. The 30 provinces and territories. Each province has their own laws with regard to regulatory body. If you want to be a doctor in Ontario, there is a different law. If you want to be a doctor in Manitoba, there is a different law. We can say another way, these are not 13 provinces or territories, these are 13 different countries. So you should know about where you want to go, what is the best option you have. So we work a little bit on it. We will try to solve these issues, but we will just working on the major professions: doctor, engineers, chartered accountants, lawyers. And second option, first that job, that is a second option is where you are moving. For example, in Ontario, BC, people think that Canada is very cold wherever you will talk. No, not at all. That is a misconception. BC is a very pleasant weather all over the years. There's never be minus over there.
Mhm.
And in Toronto, weather is very nice. In some provinces, like where I'm living in Winnipeg, that is it's a little bit harsh weather. But every facility is here. Every facility is here. If there is a small area, there is more opportunity over there. There
Mhm.
is a big country, there is a more competition over there.
Mhm.
So if you want to be a doctor, there is easy to be in Manitoba. But if you will go in Ontario, there is more difficult. For example, I will give example for the immigrant with regard to that. In
Mhm.
Ontario, the students who come over there, mostly in Ontario, they're not easy for to get a PNP over there. It's very competitive over there.
Mhm.
So my advice is that never go in a big provinces. Come in a small provinces like Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta. These are small provinces. Here you can get PNP, provincial nominee program, very easily.
Yeah.
You can get your PR easily. But big, of course, big provinces have more competition.
Yeah.
And some other problem, for example, weather. I will already And second thing is, I just was talking with one of my client. He was here. He was not my client, actually. He was my friend. He came here, and I was talking with him. The main problem is one of the main problem when you go for the accommodation. They will ask your history, what kind of history you have. They don't give the accommodation to the newcomers. So it is difficult to find for the accommodation for the newcomers, and but government have some government, some public and private organization. They are helping with regard to that for the newcomers. But the transport in Winnipeg, transport is very big issue. If you come in a winter, it's it's a survival time in winter weather. If you have not proper dressing, is 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So be careful. When are you coming? You need to know about where are you going, what temperature is over there, what kind of dress you need, and some local laws you need to know. Government website is very helpful with regard to that. Some private organization doing very well. And which profession you are going, there is in Facebook, there is different pages on that. You can go join your particular, for example, if you are engineer, you can jump on there. If they are a refugee, for example, in my website, there is all steps are defined. Then you will come on refugee. What is the first step? Is rejected. There is a second step. What is the third step? There is a map available over there. So things are a lot of people are work on it.
My name is Avais, and I came here in 2018 as a student. And when I came here, I faced so many problems, like missing my family, and regarding my studies. It's my first time to out of my home country, so there's a lot of assignments. The Canadian student criteria is very good. Then I slightly familiar with my studies and assignments. Then finally when I completed my studies, and I have to apply for PR, and I got the work permit for 3 years. And after a certain time of period, as 6 months work in the province where you graduated, so then I able to apply for the immigration, and I search for the law firms to deal with my immigration application. And then I search a lot of on the internet, and I get reviews for some of the law firms. Then I finally contact to the Dr. A&M Canadian immigration law firm, and they are very polite, and they listen my all the status of the application, and he guide me in various aspects, and then I give my application to him, and he applied for my PR, and finally I got my PR, and now I am very satisfied with the environment of the Canada, and I am doing well. One of the most challenging is my family bring to here. And actually when I came in Canada, my marriage is just 1 year old, so I applied for my wife, and I got the rejection on the behalf of its application, and that moment are very frustrating for me, and we are missing a lot of each other. Then I contact to immigration law lawyer, so he studied my case, and he get the rejection points from me, and he doing very well as well, and he applied again, and finally my missus are here after 1 year, and that the moments are very frustrating for each other. So my advice is, when you came here and apply for your family, wife or kids, anyone. So don't apply in a rush. So you have to search on it to the lawyers, and that would be very benefit for you. Actually, I just applied for my wife, my own self, and I got the rejection. So then I going to the lawyers, and they are solve my problem. Then my suggestion is, when you have any kind of issues regarding the immigration, then don't panic. So you go to the relating lawyers and consultants, and make the paper for your application. That will be helpful for you.
Yeah. So, Doctor, if, for example, one of refugees or immigrants in the first year or month when he's arriving to Canada, he face some problem. For example, he have like a problem with his sponsor, or with any kind of like law challenge related to his immigration, where he should go, where he have to go. For example, myself, I had little bit problem once I arrived to Canada, and my first month it was terrible. I didn't know where I have to go, if I have to go to the police or I have to go to immigration Service Canada. Nobody give me a right direction. So maybe someone will face something like what I faced. Where I should go?
With regard to that, I will advise you, first of all, when anybody will come here in Canada, there are the issues. First of all, any problem with homesickness. I will advise, as per my previous experience, first of all, he need to go to the community centers. Mm-hmm. Because when they will go over there, he was from Syria, there's a community center for Syrian people. If you are from Africa, there's a community center for known from African. You can go to the church, you can go to the mosque. You will find out your peoples. When you will find, you will feel a little bit comfortable. After that, they have all these informations. The church, mosques, and these you will find proper peoples. And there's a NGOs are available in Canada, the non-profit organization. You will get information freely. You don't need to charge anything. You don't need to pay anything. You can go, they will listen your whole story. They will complete your case. They will submit you. They have a free lawyers available for you. And everywhere in Canada, you will find these services. Government provide these services. Their NGOs are available here. And some pro bono services. Some lawyers provide these pro bono services. You can go, you get free information. Best way is that whenever you come in any country, you will just Google it, find their names, contact with them before coming or when you will arrive, keep in touch with them. Best source is, of course, once again, social media. And you will keep in touch. And second, of course, which I have already explained, your community. That is, your community is the big source, because you feel comfortable. You will rely on these peoples, and they will explain. You will get some experience. Refugee people who are already there, they will settle. They will explain you all your stories in your own language when you feel more comfortable. I think so.
Mm-hmm. So if we goes with a lawyer, like a professional lawyer, to help us, what is the character the lawyer will play to help that immigrants? What the first step he did, and how the steps it goes until he get back the rights to the immigrants?
Everything is nowadays, business. I will advise is somebody as a refugee who want to contact in different stages. There's a specialization area. You will just Google it, and there is some particular lawyers who will submit your case in initial stage. Some lawyer or immigration lawyers who will just for the appeals. For example, in Winnipeg, David Matters just deal with the appeals. He's a big name. So it depends which stage you are and where you need to go. There is a other law firm here. Zafman is very good name. Clark is very good name. These are the people who I think so they deal with the refugee cases. And same other countries, you can Google it. You'll find who one has the expertise on that particular area, which stage you are, and you can contact these people. They are very helpful. And then they will guide very properly in very proper manner.
Okay, so now I understand the reason why the process it takes too long when we are in our home country until we get the chance to be here. But also when we are here and we need to apply, for example, for PR or for a citizenship, for example, the process also, it takes too long time. So I am already here and everything is clear. So why also it takes that process that long? Some people, they took like a 6 month and some people like a 2 years. So there is nothing clear.
When, of course, when Kenyan government want to give a citizenship or residency, they want to make sure that I already explained you the security is the main thing. They check your security that everything is okay. If the file is go through in smoothly, then it will be approved in 6 months, as you said. But in some cases, there are security check, and it will take 2 to 3 years. Because of course, it is a duty of the Canadian government. It's not duty to secure. It is duty to secure public at large. So somebody is new is coming in Canada. He has any criminal record or things that he need to check that one. But nowadays things are a little bit different. Nowadays things are not normal. After Corona regime, things are very delayed. There's a labor shortage. There's a lot of other reasons. There's a shortage of labor in Canada. Due to that reason, our time period is nobody can predict the time with regard to PR and citizen. There's a long queues for the candidates. So nowadays it takes time, but hopefully the federal government announced they are starting express entry in July, and hopefully they are working on their main target is in July. They are trying to figure out all these issues and try to speed up the procedure.
If I am here like an international student, or I came here with a visa, and I decide I don't want to be going back to my home country and I want to apply to be a refugee here in Canada, what should what kind of paper, how I can prepare my file, where I have to go to make that step done?
If the refugee case is that anybody can apply anytime. There is no restriction on it. But there are some conditions. You have to meet that condition. You have to prove that your life is in a threat due to the reservation. But for example, to be honest, if some students, he will come here and after 3 years he said that and he came from Australia and he said that he is not his life is in threat in Australia. Nobody believes on it. Because you are already here in 3 years. But if there are some genuine cases, but if somebody want to apply, he can apply, but he need to prove that. But my understanding is that if some students will come and he will after 2-3 years he want to apply, he need to more evidence to prove that one. He need to build a strong case. But in other case, if somebody will come in Canada and straightforward he will apply refugee, he has a more chance as compared to students who already have. And when he applied visa in Canada, when he was entering in Canada, he said, I was just here to complete my study, and after completing my study, I will go back my country. But during that procedure, if he can claim if his life is on threat, but he need more and strong evidence for that.
I see. So there are some cases it get denied. They refuse their application. So in this case, the applicant, what should be doing? There is a choice for appeal, or he have to go with like a different lawyer, or maybe the final decision it will make like to let him travel outside as soon as possible.
If you are rejected, then there is a review. You can go for review. You can go for uh, uh, you can go for review. You can go for appeal. There's a different step. I already explained to you each step. I have explained. If you will visit my website, all single step is defined over there. Then when you enter, that is first step. Then second, you will maybe accept it. You can reject it. Rejected, you can go review. And if your review is accepted, that's fine. If review is rejected, then you can go further. After rejection, you can go for appeal. And there is a different first review is in front of the board. First review in the front of the in the court. So there are different steps. You need to follow that. Each step is a very good map is available on my website, and you can go and you can find everything over there.
Doctor, when I was in your office, I heard about like one applicant or client, he missed his family, his wife and his kids. He is here and he is waiting the approval from for his entire family. And I heard you when you said you have to be patient, and you give him like such a nice advice. And there is many of people exactly like this person. What's your message to these people? How they can make themselves satisfied, not having that pressure? You face a lot of like emotions times in your office from this kind of people. So what's your advice to these people?
It's we are lucky that we are in Canada, to be honest. If because my background is I did my PhD from UK. Over there, the things are very strict with regard to family. For example, there is no by birth nationality over there. For example, if somebody want to invite a spouse, he need to be appear in English test. There is some restriction on it to be your family be here. But luckily, we are in Canada. There is no restriction with regard to with the family visa. They are very family-oriented country. They are encouraged to be the parents, the family to be here. Of course, we cannot talk about particular client. This matter of confidentiality. Well, general, we will talk about that. On general people who are coming here without family, of course, they are very severe depression and such kind of things. So I will advise them. Then when you want to come here, you can apply visa in a family group. For example, student can apply with a family visa. If student will come, he can apply with his spouse. His spouse will come on work permit full time. And if in any category you will want to apply, you can apply as a whole family with your children, business, work permit. You can apply student visa. In any category you can apply with your family, and government encourage with family visa. Because, and after that, if, for example, somebody is already here, students or a PR card holder, citizen, if they want to apply your family, nowadays the track was 2-3 years before from my home country. It took almost 3 years spouse to be here, but nowadays procedure is very fast, very good. Nowadays, 4 to 6 months, your spouse can come here in Canada.
Yeah. Dr. Mohammed Abrar, barrister in Winnipeg, thank you very much for all this valuable information.
Thank you. So nice of you. And I'm really appreciate your efforts, your organization efforts who are working with regard to refugee and all these things. And I will welcome all the refugees, anybody who will come in Canada. Thank you. So nice of you.
Thank you. We have reached the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. If you like the episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you. Bye-bye.